city couldn't condemn the house because the house was paid off and the property taxes were being maintained.
Right.
So when I had a listing, when I had the house, I missed my turn. When I had it listed, I got a lot of good feedback. They liked the house, but they didn't like the house that was directly beside me. I couldn't change that.
Right.
So I complained to I complained to the city of Hampton. There was nothing they could do because the taxes were maintained.
Right.
So I guess after a while, a tree fell on the house or something happened to it, and then just recently they just demolished the house completely. Demolished the property and cleared it all up. It was like right before I left. So now it looks like either somebody can either build on it or just buy it and just hold on to it. One of the two.
Right.
But for the most part, it was just a vacant house for 7 years. It sat like that.
Wow.
And so I believe it was more of an eyesore.
Right.
For somebody willing to move in.
Right.
And buy a mortgage on it. So, and I couldn't even buy the house. So really, I was trying to buy the property, and I was going to do some things with the house, maybe do a renovation, but the city of Hampton wouldn't sell it to me because they couldn't get in contact with the primary owner.
Right.
So I don't know if it was just a little bit of bad timing or what, but it definitely wasn't in my favor.
Gotcha.
So I pulled it off the market, got me a tenant in there, and they decided to knock the house down, and they decided to stay another year.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm happy at least,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, at least that finally.
I could throw you a bone on that one. Address 704 Aberdeen. They might even have that lot there. I don't know.
704 Aberdeen.
It may pop up as a house. Yeah, because my house is 702. It's either 704 or 700 Aberdeen. One of the two.
Okay.
I can't remember because which direction the street go up. But it was a vacant house for 7 years, man. You can imagine like the frustration I dealt with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. But I know. As long as there's no the mortgage obviously on it, there's no bank to take it, and if as long as the property taxes are being paid, the city could really care less.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the problems I was dealing with, to be honest with you, like rodents.
Okay.
It was such an abandoned house, and then I ended up having a squatter for about 2 years.
Oh, so, over there?
You know what I'm saying? The house was yeah.
Wow.
Like the house was unoccupied, so I called the city of Hampton and told them that I'm dealing with what's the name of the damn thing? Possum. And they were like, there's nothing they can do about possums because they're outdoor animals. And I'm like, look, this house hasn't had anybody at that time about 5 years. I pulled in my yard one day. I lie to you not, boss man. It was probably 10 possums in my yard on the fence line.
God,
dog. At night, them little eyes reflective and stuff.
Yeah, and them little beady eyes. Yep.
I was like, I can't live like this. Hell no. So, but I'm keeping it a buck. So if you reach back out to me, give me the information. Like I said, we might can make a sale together. Cause that's what I'm leaning towards.
Absolutely. I'm gonna text you my info as soon as we hang up, and we'll definitely stay in touch then, okay? And so what I'll do is I'll probably just, instead of calling you and bothering you, I'll probably just shoot you a text every 2 or 3 months, and you can lock me in, and then so it'll pop up when I text you. All right, Doc?
That's cool. You usually choose about what? When you sell, what is your commission fee? Just so I know.
It's generally 3%, but that is negotiable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll work. We'll see if we can make some noise together.
And yeah, for sure. So I promise you
based out of Chesapeake also?
I'm sorry, say again?
I thought you based out of Chesapeake because that's the number that popped up.
Actually, I'm based out of Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they do these phone numbers, but yeah, I'm actually based out of Virginia Beach. But I actually work all over the Hampton Roads and Richmond as well also.
Oh, you going to get it? You going up to Richmond then?
Man, I'm trying, man. This money don't make itself out here, Doc.
That's a fact. Where do you stay at then?
I'm in the beach.
You on that side too?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah. You definitely want to make sure shit lines up if you're going all the way to Richmond.
Yeah, for sure.
Did they get that tunnel? They get the tunnel fixed yet, or not yet? They still on it.
They still on it. They still, I don't know what the status of it is, but they still out here on it.
That's the type of work I need, man. I can just do extension after extension for them boys killing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, boss. I look forward to your information. I'll lock it in.
No problem, man. Hey, thanks for taking my call and spending a few minutes talking to me. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we turn into stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you be safe out there, all right, man?
That's the best thing I can do. Thank you for keeping up.
No problem, man. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm sorry I got on the call so late. My phone, usually I try to record, more so that I have I can kind of break it up into snippets, but my phone that I'm recording on was low, so it had to charge, right? So I couldn't really have it set up the way I normally have it set up. So I have to wait until I get on a call to start recording. And sometimes I get on a call and I'm talking and I'm well into the conversation before I remember to hit the record button. So that's kind of why this time you came on mid conversation. But cold calling. Oh, I'm sorry. It's your guy, Chris Francis with Abrams Realty. Please reach out to me. Hampton Roads area. You're looking to buy or sell anything. Property management in the Hampton Roads area. 757-572-6941. Please reach out to your boy. Please feel free to reach out to me. Any questions, concerns, anything that you need, real estate related, reach out to me. So I was cold calling on this Saturday afternoon. Today is March 28th. March 28th, 2026, and I'm cold calling, and I've got someone calling into my other phone now that probably missed a cold call from me before, and I don't know who it is, so they'll have to leave a message. But anyway, so I called this guy, and he's got a property here. He's actually in the Army. And he said I guess he was he's Army, so he said he was just sent out in January, so he's somewhere in Texas, I think he said, like Laredo or something. But his property was listed because I'm calling like expired and withdrawns, and so I asked him, what happened with the property, and he said he's owned the property for like 10, 11 years. In the past, like 7 years, the property next door has been abandoned. And for 2 of those years, there was a squatter in it. And so when he put it on the market, it was, like an eyesore. And, he said people liked his property, but, they didn't like the property next door being abandoned. And, and the city wouldn't do anything about it because there was no mortgage on it. And the property, whoever owned it, kept, was paying the taxes, so the city couldn't do anything. Basically all you can do is like, if it's like overgrown grass or trees and stuff, like they'll send somebody out and the city will have it cut, and then they'll they'll charge it against the property, right? If the owners aren't taking care of it. But so what I do, he said he has it rented out. So generally when someone says to me that they have it rented out, I will ask them if they are self-managing or if they have a property management company. And he is self-managing. Problem is, Abrams has a property management company within, so I can do a referral and I can get paid on the property management contract that I bring in. issue with that is they do Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Portsmouth, and Suffolk. They don't do anything on the other side of the water. So they don't do Hampton or Newport News or Williamsburg or any of that stuff. His particular property is in Hampton. I would have loved to have been able to offer him property management because he said right now, as it stands, like they just renewed his tenants just renewed, and so he said his wife is on standby for the property. And I just hate to hear stuff like that because if you're not really built for property management, nobody wants to be getting a phone call 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning about plumbing issues or whatever the case may be. And you certainly don't want to be a man or a husband who's out of town, and have your wife having to deal with that stuff 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning or whenever it comes in. Even 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if something plumbing related comes in, like, what's she gonna do? She's not getting ready to go over there and, you know what I mean, like, snake a drain so now she's got to try to figure out how to find a plumber and contact them and get them to the property. Like, it's just a whole lot to it. So I would have liked to have been able to offer property management to him, but I couldn't because of the location of the property. And but he did say, in a year he's gonna want to be getting out of it. That the house, I guess, has been knocked down next door. And you guys heard him give me the address, so I'm gonna actually be reaching out to them and seeing if I can possibly get the land, that property under contract, and either wholesale it or get with a builder and build a new construction on it and then sell it, because we do that too. So yeah, so do your cold calling, get your cold calls in, because a lot of things. Oh, that was like the second one today. The other one I spoke to was a guy who's got a property in Virginia Beach that is also he's renting out, and he was very interested in property management. So they'll be contacting him Monday morning. So like what I'll do now, I'll text this guy. I have my business card, a picture of it in my phone stored. So what I'll do is I'll just pull up that picture up. I'll text it right to him, and he'll have my full business card, my name, my face, my my phone number, all of my info on it, and then she'll lock me in, and then I'll just kind of text him every 2 or 3 months and just say, hey, checking on you, just seeing how everything is going, seeing if you need anything. And then when he's ready to sell, then he'll contact me, right? Now, as far as like the guy I talked to before, so I did the same thing. I hung up with him, wrote the information down, text him my business card. Monday they'll be contacting him, and hopefully we'll be getting his property under our property management department, right? Now, when he gets ready to sell that property, the property management department will refer that lead back to me, and I'll be the one to be able to sell it. So I get a bonus up front, right? I get paid a one-time fee, which is pretty decent fee, and I think right now it's like $700. I wasn't gonna say, but I think right now it's like $750. And that's just one time, right? So it's not like every month you get paid. But if you're cold calling, sometimes I can come across 2 or 3 of those a day if I'm really cold calling, right? If you do 4 of those a month, right, that's $3,000. Just 4 in a month. And like I said, this is the second one I came across today. I couldn't really help him because he was out of my area. But if you're cold calling consistently, like you will come across this stuff, and people are, when they don't sell their property, a lot of them turn to renting, and they think renting is easy, and it's not. Like if you're not in that business, you really don't want to be in that business. But a lot of times people are in the situation where they buy a house, particularly in the military. They come in, they buy a house here, then they get sent somewhere else, taken somewhere else, and because they use a VA loan, they don't have to have any money down, right? Any money out of pocket. So they generally don't put any extra money down. So a lot of times they don't have a whole lot of equity in the house 2 or 3 years. So they don't really have enough to really sell it, right? Without having to come out of pocket for some money. So then they'll just hang on to it, right? But they got to leave. So you've got to rent it out. You know what I'm saying? And those can be great leads because they rent them out, but they're out of town. Like you don't want to be, self-managing something like that when you're out of town. Particularly, you don't even want to do that when you're in town if you're not really built for it, and you don't really want to be bothered with it. So, get out here and get on it. Again, if you're looking for property management and you live in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Portsmouth, or Suffolk, right? I think the current rates, I hope they don't, have a problem me saying my understanding of the current rates that I just got recently, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and Chesapeake, $145 a month. Suffolk and Portsmouth is $165 a month. That's the property management monthly fee. What all that comes with, I don't know, because I don't work on the property management side. I don't know. That's not what I do. But I do know that property management companies generally charge like 10% of whatever your monthly rent is. So if your property is going for $1,800 a month, then $180 is what your property management fee will be. If it's going for $2,200 a month, then $220 is what they're going to charge you. So $145 and $165 is really a no-brainer. They really are phenomenal prices for property management in this area and in this market right now. So please reach out to me. Again, I'm Chris Francis with Abrams Realty here in Virginia Beach. 757-572-6941, or you can email me directly at Kingdom Realty Group LLC at yahoo.com. That is my company directly. All right. And please feel free to reach out to me, comment below anything that I can help you with as far as your real estate needs in the Hampton Roads area. All right. That's it. Thank you. Love you. Hope it wasn't too long. Peace.